This is the third time I've dreamt Trump funeral. I don't even know if this is the third time I've seen his funeral. It's 8/21/2025. Third time I have dreamed of President Trump funeral again. This time, what I saw, his wife, there are U.S. flags everywhere. Like the flag in front of the White House, half staff. The flag throughout the whole country, half staff because of his passing. There are unfortunately half of the country that will celebrate. That's very unfortunate. People, half of this country will be celebrating his death. It's the most. It's terrible. Like they're gonna throw parties. They are gonna celebrate. They're gonna post pictures. Like there are places that's gonna have big get-togethers. They're gonna have the more. They're gonna splurge on getting food. People. They're gonna be real splurging. Like there are people that are going to grill 4 or 5 packs of ribs, fry like a fry half of chicken farm. That's just how good they're gonna have beers for days, rum for days, wine for days, whiskey for days, brandy for days. Shark, they're gonna have all kind of drinks. They're gonna have all kind of things that you can indulge in to get you hallucinating, like literally people. When I mean half of this place is going to be celebrating, uh, and my dream is no understatement. Half of this damn place is going to be celebrating for real, for real. And the other half of this place are going to feel like they were wrong, and because of that, they're gonna be bitter and they're gonna lash out. Some of these little creatures are going to they're gonna be areas that's quiet. Like y'all see some crazy shit. And like based on what I saw after his passing, you had neighborhoods that were crying, and out of nowhere somebody come, like literally come out of nowhere and start hitting windows and breaking windows. People, everybody doing that to them little food. Them little folks gonna come out their skin. And they gonna be acting like pure little demon. They gonna be like people gonna have the little cars in the parking lot now. Even mess with people when them little demons gonna come with a bat and break all the car windows, slash the tire just because the kid. Some of them little demons gonna go where there's a bunch of business, start breaking the windows and stuff, and slashing cars and breaking windows. It's gonna be like crazy stuff. Like the place is gonna be like a downward spiral, people. But let me focus on what I saw like at the actual funeral itself, because Dreamland, and you get to stay in an area for like a minute or two. I think like 2 or 3 minutes at best. They let you see something, and then after that, in Dreamland, you get a flick. That means change the scene. Like you would see like a flick. You like your eyes will flick and you see a new scene. And that's typically what happens when you're dreaming. So, like I would say, like the funeral, it definitely was him. And we're this is the third time. I was like, huh? And they're like, yeah. The lady said, that's President Trump. And then she looked at me. She said, well, he used to be the president of the United States. And I said, what do you mean you? She said, he's not here. That means he used to be. And I said, "Oh, okay." She said, "Yeah, that's President Trump." And then the lady hit, like I said, she was like, "That's President Trump in there." And then she fixed her mouth at that. She said, "Well, used to be President Trump. It ain't president no more. He gone. He used to be." And it was kind of weird how she put emphasis on he used to be. Like he used to be the president. He's gone now. And then and I saw his wife. She was like wiping tears underneath her glasses. But for some strange reason, people, I don't know why, she had like some kind of secret service or people that came in, they were around her and stuff like that. And then I guess she had to go in her car to follow his or something like that. And in there, they had people that were talking to her, and they told her basically she had to get out of America. They told her that after fully investigating her, that she overstayed her visa, like she was illegal. So I don't think that lady had however she came in here, I don't think she was supposed to be here for 30 days. So she stayed way past what she was supposed to. And so even the process of them even giving her something else to overstand. So basically what they told her is that they found out from the jump everything about her has been illegal here. And then she didn't pay like any. it was crazy. And they also told her that she would have to leave with her son. And basically, it all had to do with the things that he had signed. So the hubris was that it's going to come back to haunt her and the child. And then I see she was like, "Well, I'm making an arrangement because I would," because she said within that car following his thing, she was like, she's making arrangements. She'd been making arrangements. She had been told about that because they didn't want to make it openly. They didn't want to make a scene of it. Of course, they didn't want to make a scene of it because she was the first lady, you know. And he's gone, so there's no, they don't need being seen. They can keep the. They said they want to keep the aesthetic of the country together. They don't want that, you know. And then she's like, "Well, what are you going to tell them?" They're like, "Well, we're going to say the first lady decided that she'll move somewhere else quiet because she wants to grieve quietly." But in reality, they told her she had to leave. They literally told this lady she got to get the fudge out of Dodge based on what her husband signed. And what her husband signed, it was really anti illegal immigrant. And she fall into it, you know. So that was very unfortunate. But outwardly, publicly, it's going to look like she left. But in reality, no, she was told to get the fudge out of Dodge. And and so that's the conversation. See, they were having inside a car with her, like as the car is driving past, the car is driving the back of his hurt. So that's what they told her. So she come out being the good professional that she is. She still wave and stuff, you know, being the good professional that she no, I would say she waved because she's more like crying because she's following the castle. But I guess you could say wave because she kind of waved at the people a little bit. I guess you could say that. You know, she kind of waved a little bit when she was following into the inside of the church and stuff, wherever they want to do the ceremony at. And then it flicks. And the flicking chaos. It was just like, ooh, it was like downward, 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 downward. So I do know it's gonna be very chaotic because let me tell you, openly, overtly, the Democrat and Republican Party, those two camps are going to die trying to swallow each other. They're not going to chew each other. They're not going to eat each other. They are going to die trying to swallow each other. That's worse than eating someone. That's worse than chewing someone and spitting them out like jujubes. Swallowing them, you open your mouth and you gulp them. That is what's going to transpire in the political scene. Those two camps are going to try to gulp, swallow each other. They are going to be doing some terrible things to each other's camp. They're going to look like they are, though, they're going to look like they are trying to stump each other lights out, all while there's all this chaos going on. It's like they're going to be all about themselves. They're not going to be focused about the destruction that's going on. Like, in the background. It's just so much stuff because when it flick, I'm like, what? And because it's like they're like the reason I said they were in her fire, the reason I said what, because I see one lady inside the House of Senate. She's standing on the desk screaming, fight, 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 fight. And this is what they're supposed to make rules. She literally standing on the desk like fist bumping in the air, screaming, fight, 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 fight. And I'm like, what in malarkiness is this? Because I look around and everybody, you know how they be having their little business suits on and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, we this is unprecedented. We don't charge territory. We have got people that are supposed to be politicians. One of them is on the table. One of them is on the desk screaming, fight, fight, fight. And then people yelling and screaming at each other, look like they're about to punch each other into next century. And then all outside of the area, nothing but squalor people, poverty. But they too busy inside fighting that they can't see it. That's the hubris of the whole thing. When I woke up from that dream, I actually laid on my bed for like 3 hours, literally, because it was like the country once that transpired with him, it's going to happen rapid fast in this country. The country is going to spiral out of control downward. we're not going to recognize this place by 2026 or 20. We're not going to recognize this place by 2027. We're not going to recognize this place. Like a lot of stuff that they used to do it like classy, they're going to be so, they're going to be like, they're just going to be ratchet. Like a lot of places that, like a lot of situations, they're very cordial in front of us. They're not going to give a damn. They're just going to be gangster. They're not going to care. They're like, yeah, that's my position. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. In what? It's gonna be like that. That's gonna be vibe in this place. Yeah, I did it, and what you gonna do about it? Yeah, I said it, and what you gonna do about it? It's gonna be like that, you know. So it's gonna be very rough, you know. But that's what I saw when it came to him, you know. So yeah, yep, yep. Thank you so much for listening to Luco T Podcast. Host Manushka Jessica. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Bye.